What's up guys, Amanda Ray here. Thanks for tuning in to another video. Today we are working on the Evo, which we have up on the 2 posts right now. Funny story, on the way to the track the other night, we heard a little commotion under the car, and it was
on the way home.
It was on the way home? I'm sorry. On the way home, and check this out guys, on the subframe right here, this little bolt missing right here. Gone. Gonzo. So, needless to say, subframe's gotta go. So, we are pulling the tubular subframe from the white Evo outside.
That's the bolt that goes in there.
This is the bolt that would typically go in here. This is the extra one for the other subframe that we have for the white Evo outside. So we went ahead and pulled the tubular subframe that we have on the white Evo outside that we had already installed, and I'll show you a picture of that now. And now we have it off. It is right here on the ground, and we are going to put this on this car. Which unfortunately that's going to put the white, the silver Evo, that's going to put the white Evo in limbo mode just a little bit longer, which is fine. So we are going to be, he's cleaning up a little bit of a brake fluid leakage issue. But we are going to start pulling off this subframe to get this on. I will catch you guys back in a few. Alright guys, so in order to drop the subframe, you have to take off the power steering line, which is this here. We just have it zip-locked baggy. Still dripping a little bit from here, so we have a little bucket down there. And update, we are going to be deleting power steering, going to manual steering only. It's mostly to make room in this general area for what's to come. There'll be a video on that later, so I don't want to give away too many details. But you take off this, obviously from here, and then we also had to get the motor mount that's back in there. That was a pain in the butt. Next thing we have to do, and we also clipped inside, I don't know if I'm going to even be able to show you guys, because it's a, oh yeah, we have an extra. Dope. So there's a clip right here, guys. This clip is what we had to clamp. We clamped it on the inside. So we'll be able to pull the splines out. Hopefully that'll be easier versus, you know, all the other things that they say to do on the forums. We didn't really like that route, so we're trying this route. You know us, we like to do it our own way. So now that that's done, we're gonna take the tires off, give us a little bit more space, and we're gonna lift the car up and get started with the hard stuff. We'll be back soon. Alright guys, so quick update is we've got the old subframe out. Check out this disgusting, greasy hunk of junk. No, it was actually really quick.
Never done it before.
Got a broken glass right here.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Okay.
That's extras.
Extras, heard. So check it out, guys. It's all done and out. Bam. Don't ever touch whatever greasy nonsense that is, because
it's probably from a previous oil leak or something.
Yeah, it turned my hands black. It was nasty. Like my nails are still like they're done for, y'all. Anyway, so we have it resting on our crap trans jack that we don't like on a piece of wood.
Works okay.
It works great. It's amazing. So now we are going to go ahead and get this out of our way and start getting ready to put the tubular subframe in. Alright guys, I'll catch you up in a minute. I don't want to touch the camera. Alright guys, we got the old subframe completely off the wood block transmission thing we did. Now we have to take off the sway bar and the control arms. And this. The motor mount. We have to take all this off and put it onto the tubular subframe over there behind the oil. And then we'll be able to start putting everything back together. So it's a work in progress. It's a very messy job. Very messy. We're probably going to end up ordering pizza tonight. So I'll catch you guys back up in a little bit. Not touching the camera again, sorry. Alrighty guys, so we are back with the tubular subframe. So a little bit difference about this subframe compared to that one is that obviously it's tubular. And the sway bar is what we put on it right now. We've got this sway bar. Oh, this is so noisy. We got the sway bar, we got the motor mount, and the steering. It does have the whole 4 power steering, but I told you earlier, we are deleting power steering. We're gonna go manual steering for now and see how we like it. It's gonna be different, but I think it's gonna be beneficial. So, it's easy to mount this. We're gonna go ahead and put it up. We're gonna do the control arms in a little bit, but we have to completely clean them. They're disgusting. So we'll do that in a minute, but for now we're gonna go ahead and mount this up. So let's get to it and I'll be back in a minute. Alrighty guys, so it is getting super late outside. We're getting a little tired, a little irritated because the subframe is not going in as easy as planned. The issue we're having is getting the steering column to be aligned. So we can get the subframe in, no problem. Getting the motor mount on, no problem. But getting this aligned inside, it wasn't adding up. Now this is modified from where we got it from, and it's lengthened. So I don't know if that is why it's not fitting versus the shortened one. But why would he have us lengthen it? So we're reaching out to the guy who made this, trying to figure out a solution. Hopefully we'll have one by tomorrow so we can finish this. What's up guys? We are back on day 2 of putting the new tubular subframe, semi-new, tubular subframe in the Silver Evo. The only issue we're having now is that we had to, like I mentioned, extend this for the tubular subframe versus this short one, which is what it normally is. You guys can see the difference. But it doesn't work with the boot. This boot up here gets in the way, so we have to take this boot off. So we're gonna go ahead and lower the car and do that from the inside. And then we have, we found online of somebody who makes a really beautiful carbon fiber kind of cover for the boot in replace of the boot. So we're gonna get that made. Lift is going down slowly. He moves eventually. Yoshi, come here. Yosh. Hey. Deaf dog. Yosh. Get out from under there. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and take out the boot. And I'll update you guys once we get that out and we're able to actually put the subframe in. Alright, so we've got the boot off, which is this right here. You can tell it's off because all you see inside the car now is a big gaping hole down there. You can see the battery wire and everything. Alright, so now that we have the boot off, we're going to go ahead and put the subframe on. He's currently crawling under the car very uncomfortably. Why are we doing this when we have a lift? I get it, but I have to go in to put the steering column into this part on the inside. So I'm gonna go do that before he yells at me. I'll be back. So, an unfortunate turn of events, guys. In order to get the tubular subframe in and to get the steering column in, apparently the guy messaged us back finally, and we have to cut the firewall.
I ain't doing that.
A couple inches, and you can hear him. He's like, I ain't doing that. So, the best part about the tubular subframe is that you're able to get up in there, other than it being blocked. So we are trying to completely take off the steering. Oh, he got off the steering. So we're taking off the steering and we're gonna put it on after, from the top down. So wish us luck. I'll update you if we get it. Alright guys, so just wanted to show you what we were working with. It's a little difficult to see under here, but you can see that big old hole now where the steering column comes through. And that's where it connects. And that clip right there is a pain in the butt. It's very difficult to do it this way. It takes a lot longer, a little bit more cussing, but it's possible. So now we don't have to actually cut the firewall at all. So this part right here, pain in the butt. Let me just tell you. So, but now it is good and it's in. Steering wheel is straight. Next step.
Tie rods.
Tie rods. Let's do it. Next step, guys, is going to be putting on the tie rods, which we've got white line right here. Brand new. Beautiful. Stinks in the garage. I'm sorry. Alright guys, so this is like day 2 of doing the control arm, manual subframe, or tubular subframe. We made a little template, which is this right here, guys. Just made it out of cardboard. This is going to go on the inside. It's going to mount up to the OEM bolts that are inside. That's just going to protect it. We're going to get it made out of carbon fiber. So that way there's no wind coming in, it's not noisy and whatnot. So this is just our little makeshift template that we have. Right now we are going to put on the control arms. We've got 2 sets, one for each Evo obviously. One has aftermarket, as you can see, and one is OEM. We're putting the aftermarket ones on, and then we'll go from there. But that's the next step right now, is putting on the control arm and then the wheels, and then we're gonna go get it aligned. Obviously hook up the sway bar, but that's about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick and I'll get right back to you guys. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna show you real quick. We do have this control arm already up and done. We have the sway bar hooked up. On the control arm, everything is good. So, and it's nice and straight, as you can see. If you can, it's kind of glary, I don't even know what I'm looking at, honestly. Where is, oh, there's the bumper. Alright, so it's nice and straight. So we're gonna go ahead and show you how we did that on this side. Super easy, obviously you guys know what you're doing. It's just a little different with the tubular subframe. It looks a little different, but it's all essentially working the same way. So let's go ahead and do this real quick.
There you go. Now stop.
Oh, God. Alright guys, so the tubular subframe for the Evo is officially done. Check it out. It looks amazing. So the best part about this subframe, in my opinion, is that you can see everything. So you can actually get your hands to spots that you couldn't before. You can actually reach the bottom of the motor mount back here, which is impossible. But you can reach everything. It looks cleaner, and eventually we're gonna get this in tubular as well. And probably eventually down the line we'll get the back one done too, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's basically all done, good to go. We're gonna have to get an alignment probably, which is fine, no big deal. Other than that, guys, this tubular subframe is pretty sick. If you guys are interested in it, let me know. I know where to get them. I will see you guys next time.